what happened. It's Friday night video, and it's Friday. It's about 8 o'clock. I usually do this at 8 o'clock. Sometimes I like to do it earlier. So this morning, I said, oh, I'm going to do Friday night video at 7. I didn't know I was going to go out and make a video today. And then I started editing said video. And, I was traumatized. Thank you, Mrs. Captain. Perry the puppet tried to murder me today. So I'm going through all the evidence, and I'm getting my case together. And hopefully, listen, as soon as this is over, in like an hour after this is over, this is going to be like an hour and a half tonight because I got to finish this video. It's on my mind. Please watch that video. Please watch that video. Oh, by the way, watch the video I dropped this morning. It's my favorite video I've ever made. It's me and my man Onslaught. And we had the carpool with Philly Mike Swanson. We had the carpool with Philly Mike. So I made that video. You can see that huh? We had to pick him up in Langhorne. He lives in Langhorne or Levittown. I forget. It begins with an L.
One of these little bunkers? It's a World War II bunker.
It is pretty neat. How much action did Ohio see in World War II?
So anyway, if you're not doing anything, let me get my business out of the way. August 18th, what are you doing? You're not doing anything? Well, guess what? I'm hosting trivia night at Crickwater. It's on it's KRICKWUDER, Crickwater. It's a bar in Bridesburg on Bridge Street. It's near Bridge. I think it's Bridge and Tom's. It's on Bridge. It's on Bridge Street. It's a block away from Furco's String Band. It's a block away from the 7-Eleven. That's how you know where it is. So anyway, I'm hosting trivia night. There's prizes. There's fun. I think some of my friends are going to be there. So far, my man Onslaught said he will be there as long as he doesn't have to wrestle or anything. So it's going to be a 50-question trivia night. It's a Wednesday night. It starts at 7 p.m. I went down on Saturday. Oh no, me and Onslaught went to Crickwater the other day. And we filmed a little video in there, and I was talking to the chef. And I said, hey, just so you know, I'm getting ready to start a Quizzo thing. I just need a bar to give me a shot one night. Let me see if I can draw a crowd. If you guys want to be the first one, I'll make some videos, promote it up. We'll see how it goes. And he was like, all right, yeah, we'll give it a shot. I said, all right, cool, let's do it. So then I got a text message like 2 days later. It said, hey.
I think we're in the moth nest. Man, if we just saw a silhouette fly over our heads right now. Oh, that'd be thrilling. All right, I'm scanning the trees right now. I guess that's what you would do, right? That moth mentality, huh?
I mean, has it responded to calls?
Yeah, well, we know what it sounds like. You would think logic would say if you make the noise, maybe he'll be deceived. Let's go deeper into the woods.
Okay.
Strangely, an outbreak of sightings occurred in 2017 in Chicago. According to the Chicago Tribune, there were over 20 reports of a, quote, winged humanoid, end quote, between April 7th, 2017 and July 29th, 2017 alone. The Tribune reports that the sightings are almost always at night and near a body of water. For those who don't believe, some have offered alternative explanations for Mothman sightings. Some believe that Mothman witnesses had seen sandhill cranes, a species of bird that can have a wingspan of 10 feet. Though, a sandhill crane had never been officially spotted in West Virginia at the time. Although, some unofficial reports had been made.
I see those a lot.
Sandhill cranes?
There's a lot in Illinois.
Do they sound like a little mousy?
It sounds kind of like...
Maybe sandhill cranes were what the people in Chicago saw, but there's none of those in West Virginia officially.
Sandhill cranes. Look them up. A fascinating bird. I'm going to own one someday. A taxidermied one, and it will be in my room.
Some have pointed out that some birds' eyes, such as owls, appear red when hit with light from a flashlight or car at night. The McClintock Wildlife Management Area, which surrounds the TNT area, is a bird sanctuary that contains owls.
Owls aren't that big. No. I can see someone maybe mistaking an owl for something else, or seeing an owl and being confused by it. One thing I will. Welcome, one and all, to the Puppet History Season 3 finale! We've got a devastating plot in store as we take an ever-winding look at yet another chapter in the heavy book we call history, while our guests ruthlessly compete for the coveted title of History Master! I am obviously your beloved host, the Professor. Thank you. Ryan Vergara, you're back. Are you ready?
Season finale, class is out, and I could finally see the sunlight and get out of this horrible basement.
Yeah, baby. Oh, special guest Darren Watts, are you ready? Hi, Professor. Yes, I'm ready. I've got gummy worms, and I'm thrilled to hear a story. I love stories. Oh my gosh, then let's crack in! I should tell you, I really do love history. Pyramids and swords and castles and kings. Oh yeah, those are all history things. You get a history point for that.
Brilliant. Here's another question for a history point. Who built
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Ms. Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 most rewatched Drag Race moments.
Yes, you both call me loser. And I don't see you out there walking children in nature. I never called you. You're not a loser. Come on, Dr. Soleil.
We're looking at memorable Drag Race moments that we never get tired of revisiting. As such, we will be issuing a
Testing, testing. 1, 2. To see proper modulation. Testing. 1, 2. To see proper modulation. All right, we're back. I'm sorry, guys. Um, August 18th, join me at Crickwater. Hold on. That's what. Yeah, that's all I've been saying so far. I'm hosting a trivia night at Crickwater, August 18th. 7 p.m. Crick Water, $2 domestic cans, half price appetizers. I don't check the chat the first 15 minutes, and I guess uh, whoopsie. Well, that's okay. You know what the cool thing is? I can edit that out, and nobody will know. Nobody will know. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Philly Mike. Yeah, Philly Mike. He does look like a broke X-Pac. You're right. And now here's the thing. Yesterday we were driving the GTS Wrestling, and Grim, my boss, who runs GTS Wrestling, he called me up. He goes, "Yo, I need you to pick up Philly Mike." And I said, "Who? Hey." Hold on for a second, guys. Hold on. There's something going on. We're trying. Yeah, we're just trying. What the fuck? Just trying to make a living. That's all. Just trying to talk to myself. That's all. Guy can't talk to himself in the basement no more. Why do YouTube videos do that? Why do some like somebody say so? I know how mine start. Mine start very loud. And then they stay kind of loud. And then once in a while they get extremely loud. And then it ends really. You know what's funny? I was making that video with Philly Mike Swanson. He doesn't even talk like a man. He talks like a baby. I had to edit the sound. I had to turn his voice up. Because he talks so soft. Oh, Philly Mike Swanson. Me and my man Onslaught, we talk loud and proud. Because we're men. Right? Not Philly Mike Swanson. So yesterday I went to GTS Wrestling, and I was sometimes this wasn't filmed, this wasn't video, this isn't going to be on a GTS show. But I got into a fight with somebody, and I got body slammed. And I got body slammed 3 times. And I don't know if you've ever been body slammed, but I look at me. I was really body slammed yesterday 3 times. I can't believe this shit. I thought they were my friends, but they body slammed me. And I got to tell you, I haven't been so sore I got hit by a car the other day. Remember last week when I got hit by a car riding the scooter on Lehigh? Well, I was like last month. Remember last month when I got hit by that scooter on Lehigh Ave? Well, I'm sore. I'm not as sore. But I'm telling you, I'm sore. God damn. Every time I go watch or help my man Onslaught at GTS Wrestling, every time I go, I gain so much more respect for everybody in the wrestling industry because I saw it yesterday. The guy's just starting out. There's this real young kid, and I'm like, you know what? This kid's so fucking happy to be. I was watching this kid, and I was like, this kid's really really happy to be here, and he's just really, he has his little outfit on and everything, and I'm like, and I can see, and I watch these guys on Twitter and Instagram, and I gained so much more respect for wrestlers. I already had like the utmost respect for wrestlers, but the way they hustle and grind, and it's just like I compare it to being a comedian because you gotta work like open mics where you don't get paid, and then some shows you get paid $10, and it's really and there's a lot of driving. So. Like I said, I gained a lot of respect for them. Yeah, thank you, Deckhand Dan. Uh, oh yeah, I had to go to wrestling. Unfortunately, my man Onslaught had a contractual obligation, and I had to go to GTS. I'm sorry, Eric. It's the first. I actually had Phillies tickets. I was going. I actually was giving them away for free. Nobody took. Well, somebody took them, but then they didn't take them. I don't know. So we were going, and I haven't gone to the GTS in like 3 weeks, and you gotta represent your man, and unfortunately, I don't have many jobs. This is whatever this is, and I'm a wrestling manager, so I only paid $14 for the tickets yesterday, so that's okay. Um, it was also the Braves. That was another thing. I already sold the Braves. But the August 12th, I promise you, I will be there August 12th. We will heckle the Dodgers around. Well, I'm going to be at the rooftop bleachers. Just meet me at the rooftop bleachers. I'll be there. I'm the guy wearing the kilt. It's pretty hard not to miss me. Um, so, uh, yeah, I was so focused on the Perry the Puppet video, I was gonna wait and do Friday Night Video later, and I was like, oh, there's like 10 people waiting. I got to go on and talk to these people. I can't. And then I just realized I'm realizing it right now. Uh, I don't have any index cards. I don't have anything. So I'm hoping I think I did write some notes in my. Oh, I got something I want to talk to you guys about. I know exactly. I don't even have to read it. I watch a lot of World War II documentaries. I don't know if you watch World War II documentaries, but I watch a lot of World War II documentaries. And I was watching this one on Netflix. I think it's called How to Be a Tyrant or something like that. It's like a 20, each episode's like 25 minutes. It's like, it's serious but cleverly written, and it's entertaining. And so we watch that before, me and Mrs. Captain, when we go to bed at night, we watch a really boring documentary every night. We call it Sleepy Time. So before we watch Sleepy Time, there's a little bit of something we watch. Usually. So like the other night we watch. Oh, well, I'll talk about that later. So we were watching. So this is like something we watch before Sleepy Time, a little half hour. Sometimes it's Seinfeld, but we do the. So we did How to Be a Tyrant. So then they were talking about Hitler, and then Hitler, he only had like what 14 years, right? So he was like the dictator for 14 years, or whatever the hell he was. I don't know. I guess he was the dictator, supreme leader. I don't know what the hell he was. But anyway, whenever I see anything Nazi, that's the dirty cup of water. You ever leave a cup of water down in the basement for like a week and then take a sip out of it, and it tastes like a fucking pond? Yeah, I just did that. That's what happens when you drink out. Every cup you drink out of is a stadium cup. So anyway, Hitler. All right, I watch a lot of Nazi stuff. Not a lot. I'm not saying like I'm a Nazi. I don't. Not as a fan, but like a Sleepy Time. I watch these documentaries, and whenever I see the Nazis, they always had parades. Like they had so many. They were only around for 14 years, and it seemed like they had a parade every other day. And then, if they were so choreographed, how the hell did the Nazis have enough time to take over the world when they were practicing for parades every other day? I don't get it. I don't get it. But if you can explain it to me, how the Nazis took over to the world when they had a parade every 7 minutes, and they were productions, and like we have in my neighborhood, we have one parade, and we can't. We there's not one way any of those people at one time could all goose step together. There's no coordination whatsoever in my parade. But I'm telling you, everything's coordinated. The boots look good. It's a well done production. They had so much time, and they I don't know how they almost won. Oh, Sean. Happy birthday, Gary. How you doing, bud? Make sure you guys hit like and hit subscribe, Sean Mertz. Uh-oh. Better hit that like button. Nazis, mind control. No, but I'm just saying. No. I'm saying, how did they take over the world if there was a parade every 7 minutes? I don't get how they had that much time, and I don't get how one country can do that. We'll never do that again. I was talking to somebody the other day about the draft. We were talking about the war draft. And I'm pretty sure. Uh-oh. Oh, it's okay, Eric. Don't worry about that, buddy. I appreciate that. Oh, Mom, I got body slammed yesterday. I got body slammed, Ma. 3 times. You're welcome, buddy. Yeah, he's a good guy. You know what's funny? I did something with Adam the Woo like 2 weeks ago, and that's so I forgot all about that video. The last 3 days, I don't know if you guys know who Colleen Ballinger is, but I make these YouTube shorts, and I don't know if you guys see them in my regular feed. Like, I don't consider them YouTube videos, but they're in my YouTube. Anyway, every night when I watch the Colleen Ballinger vlog, if my phone is near me, I talk to it. So for some reason, those Colleen Ballinger videos, they blow up once in a while. Like they get like I had one. I may be having like the second best day ever on YouTube right now, and there's no looting. Isn't that outrageous? It really makes me happy. I know, Ma, but Bobby the Brain Heenan, he's got to take bumps every so often. I got 3 messages in my text. Your audio's fucked up. Uh-oh. Oh, you see the Colleen Ballinger? Oh, that's all right. I'm going to check the views for today. I woke up, and I was like, what? I was like, well, what video took off? And it's me talking to Colleen Ballinger. Here we go. I know this is very interesting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. So this video got 2,500 views in the last day, and this is all it is. Colleen Ballinger, this question is for your husband, Eric Stockland, right? That's his name? Yeah. Eric, are those tattoos for real? Like the Dar and the pickup truck and the bulldozer? Are they? 2,500 people. Watch that. Oh, cool, Julie. You know what's funny? That used to be something. Bad Religion has a song called "Going for a Walk," and I used to listen to that, and now I haven't listened to that for a while. But I used to, at the beginning of the YouTube channel, I would say "Going for a Walk," and I would have that playing. Shit, man. Oh, listen, I gotta say something. I know a few weeks ago I said the pandemic was over with Flow Rider. It's not. It's not over. Apparently, I don't watch the news. Like, I don't watch a thing. Like, you don't understand how little. I don't watch. I watched the news today. But it's the first time I watched any news for the past few weeks. I made the video this week at the Penn Museum. I went to the University of Penn Museum, and I have a friend, or a few. I would say she's a friend. I haven't met her yet, but she watches the videos, and she's a Kenzo, and she's a big shot up there in the college. So whenever if I want to go there, she said if I wanted to go, she would give us a thing. She would let me in, and I was talking to David Washington. And David Washington hasn't been to many museums, and I wanted to take David Washington to the Penn Museum. I don't think he was there. So I was like, you know what? Because David was talking about he wanted to do something with his YouTube. So I was like, all right, you know what, Dave? Me and you will hang out at this museum. We'll hang out. We'll talk about YouTube. I'll give you some tips and tricks. And we'll go walk around the Penn Museum. So I send the lady the email. And she sends me back. She goes, yeah, listen, I got you in, but you got to do me a favor. Would you really please consider wearing a mask? The Delta variant is very crazy right now. And I didn't know what the hell. I mean, I knew there's a Delta variant, but I didn't know it was crazy again. So I was like, oh, shit. So I was like, you know what? The lady's letting me in the museum for free. She's doing me a favor. So out of respect to her, not a problem, hon. You want me to wear a mask? I'll wear it. That's how I feel about masks. You want me to wear a mask? No problem. I ain't gonna fight you. No big deal. You want me to wear it? Not. I got one in my back pocket at all times. You know. I don't have any in the kilts because I haven't worn any. So anyway, we're back to having a mask in the back pocket. That's all. So I go into the museum, and when you get to the door, they say if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask, but it's strongly recommended. So then I was thinking, oh, okay, this lady's just being, hyper cautious. She's being a little goofball, no problem. But then I walked around the museum and I noticed every single person, not just the employees, because everywhere you go, I think the employees are supposed to be wearing masks, like supermarkets and shit. Targets, there's some. I mean, everywhere I go, I notice the employees are wearing masks. So I noticed when I was walking around that museum, everybody who was a visitor, except for like 2 people, were wearing masks, and I'm like, oh shit, people are doing the mask. Because I was at another museum a few weeks ago, and nobody. I was at that Insta Philly thing, and there was one lady with a mask. So yeah, there was one lady with a mask, and I thought, and I was looking at her kind of sideways. But then every time I start doing that, I go, you know what? They might have somebody at their house who has a lung infection. You got to respect them, and that's all. Okay, that's how I am. So then I did a little dive on the news today, and turns out, oh, the pandemic's nowhere near over. It's still going batshit crazy. For some reason, people aren't getting vaccinated. I'm vaccinated, people. I have found that there were 4 things that I had to go to. That if I wasn't vaccinated, I wouldn't have been able to do. I wouldn't have been able to do the NBC 10 TV show. The only reason I got to do that was because I was vaccinated, and I was only the second guest they had in. So that was good. What was the other time I needed to be vaccinated? There was another time I had to be vaccinated for something. What was the other thing hold on, I can't be talking shit. What was the other thing I had to be vaccinated for? There was something with the kids. I had to go to a doctor's appointment with the kid. And I had that, they're like, oh, you can't come in unless you're vaccinated. You can't get it. You can't go into the doctor's office if you're not a patient and you're not vaccinated. That's how they were doing it. So yeah. But then, just so everybody knows, it's all the honor system. Nobody's checked ID cards or anything. So anyway, I did say prematurely on the 4th of July that the pandemic's over. So just say, be careful out there, people. That's all. Just be careful. That's all. You know what else I noticed? The 6 feet, the lines. We're done with the lines, and I fucking hate it. Everybody's on top of each other again. So I'm like, if everybody's on top of each other again, maybe we should go back to the lines being six. Can we just keep the lines at 6 feet? It's just so much better. I hate having people around me. Jesus Christ. Always checking my wallet. Uh oh, you like Bad Religion Onslaught? So yeah. The hell was I talking about? Oh well, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so anyway, yeah, please be careful. And if you're not vaccinated, I don't know. Nothing happened to me. I guess something happens to some people, but I don't know. I'm in therapy, so yeah, I'll talk to you. I'm in therapy. I go to therapy once a week. So I talk to my therapist now. In late April, I wasn't going to get vaccinated right away. I was leery. I was nervous. Let me shut this computer. It's going to fuck me up. I was nervous. I was leery. I was worried. I didn't want to do it. My biggest fear is I think the way I'm going to die is of a heart attack. Of some way, I'm going to have a heart attack. But my biggest fears are blood clots, brain aneurysms. If you think about it, it's scary. You have no control what's going on inside you. It's fucking terrifying if you think about it. So anyway, there was one of the vaccines that they said, oh, it gave blood clots to pregnant women in their 40s. So I'm not a pregnant woman in my 40s, but I'm in my 40s. So, I'm a anxiety-riddled nut. So I was like, well, I'm not getting vaccinated. And the thing, well, I think it was the Johnson & Johnson. And I was like, oh, well, that's the one I want. It's one shot. If that's not going to be the one I can take, if there's problems with that one, maybe they're going to find problems with the other ones. I'm going to wait. That's my rational thinking. That was my thinking. And if you're thinking the same way too now, I get it. I get it. Seriously, I get it. It's scary. It's confusing. It really is. It is scary and confusing. So there's a lot of what happened in the I don't know what year the polio vaccine came out, but there was a polio vaccine. Let's say 1940. Alexa, when was the polio vaccine discovered?
Here's something I found on the internet. The polio vaccine was made public in April 1955.
Pubic?
It is a scientist by the name of Dr. Jonas Salk who, with help, found the vaccine.
Jonas Salk. So in 1955, they had this new polio vaccine. And guess what? Everybody got it. Nobody was like, oh, I don't want to get, oh, I want to wait and see how it works. No, everybody got it. Everybody just got it. And guess what? Nobody got polio. So I know a lady, this is honest to God truth. I know a lady who died this week of COVID. I don't know how she died. I don't know if she had taken the vaccine. I don't know. I don't know if she did or not. I don't know what her. It's sad that politics is what it seems. I don't think she thinks that way. I don't know. So I don't know. I do know I saw somebody say on Twitter that it's very sad to watch people dying of COVID ask for the vaccine because it's too late when you have it. So, if you're in your fucking 60s, get it. You're fucking nuts? I don't know. And that's the thing. The lady I know, she was older. It was like it's a no brainer if you're above 60. I think. I don't know. I don't. So yeah. So I would think about getting it. I got it. All my kids got it. Mrs. Cathy got it. We're pretty sure we had COVID back in March of 2020. We went to New York. Not the smartest thing to do when a pandemic's breaking out, but we went to New York March 1st of 2020, and everything closed down March 15th. Mrs. Captain was in bed for a few days. She wasn't feeling good. I was probably asymptomatic, I guess. I don't know. I might have been feeling a little tired or under the weather, but that's how it goes. So I saw a story today that said if you had COVID and you're vaccinated, your immune system is stronger than like if you just had the vaccine, and it can help you with that Delta variant. You won't die from it. It would just make you sick. Okay, let's do it. Stick me in the arm. I don't know. But yeah, and the big thing is, if we don't get enough people to do it, it's not going to matter that we did it, because it's not going to. So, I don't know. Uh-oh, man, it's Yahoo! Hey, Mark, how you doing? Mark, I know who you are. I know Geraldine's you. You don't have to write Mark W every time, cuz. I got you. Manish Yahoo, September 18th. August 18th. Come see El Capitan. That's me. I'm going to be hosting a trivia night at Crickwater Tavern and Saloon. Crickwater Restaurant and Bar. It's a bar. Crickwater Bar. It's on Bridge Street in Bridesburg. I'm going to be hosting a trivia night, 7 to 9. $2 domestic drafts, half price appetizers. I had an interview with these guys. I had to tell them what my ideas were, and I said, "Listen, I don't want to get paid. You're giving me a shot, so I'm not going to ask for an outrageous price. But the one thing I do ask, the one thing I want, is if my people come out, I want you to please take care of them." And they said, "What do you want?" And I said, $2 can of beer. We could do a $2 can of beer, right? That's okay." And they said, "Yeah, we could do it like domestic can, $2. All right." And I said, half price appetizers? I said, how about half price scrapple fries? They got these things called crick sticks. They call it or scrapple french fries. I said, half price scrapple fries. And the guy said, how about this? Half price appetizers. Get everybody here to try our food. We know if they come and try our food, they'll come back. So we'll give it to them for half price. I said, let's do it. So that's how we're doing it. So honestly, it was like a 10-minute chat. These guys believe in me, sort of, kind of, and honestly, I love their food, and it's a good bar. My buddy Gene, who passed away, my old man Gene, who died, he spent the pandemic, his bar that was across the street from his house. That bar was closed during the pandemic. Crickwater had an outdoor thing, so they were open, and honestly, that was like Gene's happiest spot on earth. And that was something, honestly, we talked more about Gene than we did the trivia game. So that was cool. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. And then August 12th, we're going to go heckle the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's the biggest thing. August 12th, we're heckling the Dodgers. I'm going to be at the day game. I'll be at the rooftop bleachers. I want to, around the 8th inning, I want to go around the Dodgers bullpen and just have everybody look over and go, Danny DeVito, Danny DeVito. And just do that for about 45 seconds. And then after that, I want half of the people to go, it's sauce, it's gravy, it's sauce, it's gravy. And then I want that. And then at the end, we go, we claim Chase Utley. We claim Chase Utley. And then whoever's pitching, they're just going to be confused. They don't know what's going to happen. So it's going to be the greatest heckle of all time. So join me August 12th as we destroy the Dodgers with the ridiculousness. Now, here's the thing. The Phillies lost 6-1 yesterday. So it's a gamble. There could be a no-hitter and they don't even get a bullpen. We can still heckle. We'll heckle. Yeah, the stickball game. I'm not worried about the stickball game yet. That's not till September. And then, oh yeah, I'm doing a boat race. I'm doing there's a thing called the Dragon Boat Race. I'm gonna be part of that. So I'm pretty much everything that you ask me to do. I will try my best to do it. Somebody said, "Hey, you want to do this boat race with us?" I said, "Well, I don't know if I can make it every day. Can you work with me?" And they said, "Sure." I said, "Let's do it." So I'm doing the Dragon Boat Race. That's in I don't know when that is. No, I didn't do anything yet, Booty. I was going to go do some the other day, but it was like raining. But I'm looking. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I on Monday, I saw Aqua String Band at the Mummers Museum, and they asked me to introduce them. So I did the, hey! And I noticed when I was talking on the microphone, I wasn't nervous. I noticed I wasn't nervous. And I noticed, like, we filmed an episode of GTS yesterday. And I noticed even when I was talking there, I'm also a little bit more comfortable there now. I know a few of the people now. I'm friendly with the guys, I think. Um, um, the more comfortable you feel, the more natural you are at it. So I just got to get on stage at a few open mics. I just need a few open mics. Then I think I'm ready. I'm going to show you guys something. No, we're not streaking. Where'd you come from? So ever since the pandemic, I've been writing ideas down for stand-up comedy specials. It's not going to work out. Is this going to work out? No, you can't see. Oh, well. Well, okay, yeah. Watch. Each one of these is a joke. Just so you know, they're still moving. They're moving. Hold on, I'm still going. There you go. So, I showed Mrs. Captain that the other day, and that kind of made her go, "Holy shit." She was like, "Oh, you know what? You should have been writing down these ideas that you had." And I said, "Funny thing you say that." um, it was fun. It was fun. This is good. This is good. When you start a stand up comedy, you're supposed to have a good 5 minutes. I really think I could do a 20-minute set. And I hate to, it's going to take me forever to be able to prove that. But I got to start doing it to do that. So it's going to start. I'm very excited for that. Shot clock for life. That's something that we need. Shot clock for life. When you go to, I'll give you shot. Like the other day, I went to an ATM, and there was two ATMs at the Citizens Bank near my house, and there was two people, and it was just me. I could have gone to two lines, and I waited 4.5 minutes to use an ATM. They were checking balances, doing this. There should be a shot clock for ATMs. If you got to do, 10-minute banking, I don't know. Why don't you go in the bank's open, cuz. The bank's open. Why don't you go into the bank? So, and then the same thing, you know how I feel about lottery people. There should be a shot clock. You know, you get to pick 17 numbers. That's it. What? You need more? No. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. So I mean, I gotta work on it, but I got the idea. You know. Well, I can believe I got a ticket. I didn't pay the meter. When I went to the Penn Museum, there was this fucking bitch who I went to go get out to the meter and I went to go pay with my debit card, but this little college bitch, she came out of nowhere and like she just ran up to the meter because she saw me coming, like she put a little hustle in her step. So I was like, all right, bitch, you ain't gonna win. I could just use the app. So I went snippy snap and I took a picture. And I went to the app and I said, hey, congratulations. It's gonna cost you 45 cents more, but you ain't gotta wait for that, bitch. And I said, that's fantastic. 45 cents more, I'll pay it. So I said, if you accept the charges, pay. And I hit pay. Right? You hit pay, you're done. No! There's other steps after that. I don't do that well. I'm bad at that. Once I hit pay, I think I'm done. But then you got to authorize that, and then you got to hit, you know, the telephone poles. You got to hit the traffic light ones. You ever see them? Hit the traffic light. Or they hit the crosswalks. And then they have things that are crosswalks that aren't crosswalks. Those are bridges. Leave me alone. I just want to pay a ticket. Or pay my meter. I hate those things where you gotta verify. Hit the traffic lights. Or it'll say, hit the cars. And then one of them's a pickup truck. That's not a car! No. No. Oh, so yesterday, I made that video where I ran to get my parking ticket. And I posted it. And I'm trying to do Twitter more. So when I post my videos, I tweet, hey, this is my video. So then I tweeted the parking authority. I tweeted them. I said, you motherfuckers, I hate your app. You're a pile of shit. And they responded. DM us the thing, and DM us and we'll show you the thing. And I said, that's the problem with you people. When I watched that show, Parking Wars, and when the guy's writing the ticket, and the guy's like, but wait a minute, it's a 20-minute loading zone. I've only been here for 5 minutes. And he goes, oh, I printed the ticket. There's nothing I could do. You got to call the back of the number and go to traffic court and waste 3 hours of your day because I'm a fuck up. I will never go to traffic court. I will always pay my ticket. It's because you know what? Life's too short. Life's too short. And they're a fucking bully, and they know they're bullies, and they got this new system, which you got to know your license plate number. I don't know my license plate number. How many of you guys know your license plate number? I bet you most of you do. I've never known my license plate number. The last car I had that car for 15 years. The license plate is 2 feet over there. Let me see if I know it. Nope, not even close. I got the first 3 letters. The last 4 numbers were wrong. I know the first 3. So I just don't know, you know? It's not, yeah. Life is too short. Life is too fucking short over $36. And then that's the thing with them. They're like, oh, send us a picture and then an email, and then we'll get back to you. And then you got 48 hours to respond. And then we need to know your blood type. And then we also need to know, oh, I don't know, what are your 5 favorite John Candy movies in order? So I'm like, all right, 5 favorite John Candy movies in order. Summer Rental. Ooh, Splash. I really like Splash, but that's more of a Tom Hanks movie. But we'll go with Home Alone. Oh, he's a really small part. It's a really smart. No, we can't do Home Alone. Let's see. What's another good John Candy movie? What's another good John Candy movie? Summer Rental. Summer Rental's the best movie of all time. Summer Rental. Planes, Trains, and Automobile, you goddamn dummy. All right, so we got Summer Rental, Planes, Trains, and Automobile. And by the time I get done, the ticket, I owe him $40 because I didn't pay the ticket in time. So just pay the ticket. Just pay the ticket. I watch people fight with I used to put, film Parking Wars no more. But when they used to film, I would watch people fight, and they were wrong. They were wrong. They're like, oh, I was in the store. It was only 5 minutes. You're wrong. You're wrong. You were in the store. You shouldn't have done that. You're wrong. You get a ticket. That's why I don't do that. I don't do that shit. Quite honestly, whenever I park, if I go downtown, I'm parking near 7th and Spring Garden. It's free parking. If you park on the other side of Spring Garden where Edgar Allan Poe's house, it's free parking. There's no time limit. And it's a little bit of a walk, but that's good for you. It's exercise. It's exercise. That's what I say to myself. Oh, you know what? Uncle Buck's okay. It's no Summer Rental. You guys ever see Summer Rental? Summer Rental is this movie about John Candy. I think I've done this before, but I'm going to do it again. John Candy, he was a airplane, what do you call it, guys? A traffic. Well, let me think about this. I'm gonna do the fucking plot to Summer Rental. Nothing's going to stop me. Air traffic controller. John Candy was an air traffic controller. One day, a fly landed on his screen. John Candy thought that 80 people died in a plane crash, and he screamed like a lunatic. After that happened, his boss said, John Candy, I think you need to take a vacation. You screamed like a lunatic when you thought 80 people died. You need to take a vacation. And John Candy goes, well, you know what? Funny thing you should say that. I haven't taken a vacation in 14 years. Just so you guys know, air traffic controllers it's probably the most stressful job in the world because every plane's 80 people that could die. That's why John Candy lost his fucking mind. So anyway, John Candy, he hasn't gone on vacation in 14 years. So what he does is he goes and his buddy lets him borrow his house down on Beach Lane. So John Candy gets his kids and everybody, they get in the car with the dog and they go down to the house in Florida. Clearwater, Florida is where they go. It's right outside of Clearwater, Florida. It's a real restaurant, too. I'll tell you that later. Anyway, so John Candy goes to the house on Beach Lane. Underneath the house at Beach Lane, underneath the mat, there's a key. And the key is the thing for the house. So John Candy and his family go into this beautiful house right on the ocean, and the family's all hanging out and they're having a good time until the next day when, the family who really lives in the house says, hey, what the fuck you doing in our house? And John Candy goes, well, we're at the house on Beach Lane. And the guy goes, this is Beach Road. And then John Candy, who for some reason he bought the biggest bag of dog food that he so then they just unpacked everything and now they have to pack everything and go back to the house on Beach Lane. So they go to the house at Beach Lane, but before they go there, they go to this restaurant. They want to grab something to eat. They wait in this long line for this restaurant, but John Candy, he's been working hard for this vacation. It's been 14 years since he had this vacation, so he wants some lobster. You ever want to have some lobster on vacation? John Candy wanted lobster on vacation. So John Candy goes into the restaurant. And he's been in line so long, there's not many lobsters left. So John Candy, he's next in line to get his seat. And who comes walking by but the rich, snobby bad guy in the movie? And he gets seated before John Candy, even though John Candy waited in line for 2 hours to get the lobster. So anyway, John Candy's still sitting there waiting to get seated. And, the rich guy orders all the lobsters out of the tank. And John Candy has no lobster. He wants lobster. There are no lobsters. So then John Candy challenges the rich guy to a boat race. John Candy starts hanging out with a pirate. I think John Candy's wife has a bizarre sexual encounter with John Larroquette. John Candy's daughter and John Larroquette's son listen to headphones at the same time. It's kind of weird, but I guess the kids do that now. And John Candy has a daughter. They're on vacation, but they send the daughter to preschool. All these things happen in Summer Rental. It's the greatest movie. I didn't even ruin it for you. I didn't even ruin it for you because you don't even know how it ends. There's some racist jokes. It's cinema classics. I don't know if they're racist jokes. Let me take that back. I don't know what Swedish people consider racist. There's a lot of they make fun of this one guy, the Swedish sail guy. They call him I don't even want to say it. It's not nice. So it's one of the greatest movies of all time. If it's $2.99 to rent it on Amazon, spend the $2.99. It's 85 minutes. You ain't got nothing else going on in your life, right? If you're watching this, you can watch Summer Rental. Believe me, there's a lot more to see on Summer Rental, right? Oh no, I don't like Uber. No, Uber's not cheaper for me. For me to Uber to downtown, it's $25. Sometimes it's $40. So it's cheaper for me to it's cheaper for me to park at 7th and Spring. It's only a 5-minute walk. Honestly I don't mind walking. I'm sold with Summer Rental. You know what? Onslaught. That's smart. I'm glad. Hey, listen. You guys doing anything right now? I'm not doing anything right now. You know what I like to do? Sometimes I like to hit the like button on the YouTube videos. You ever hit the like button? It's so much fun. Where's Perry the Pup? Oh, Perry the Puppet tried to kill me today. That's right. Oh, fuck. I got to edit that video. So anyway, yeah. By the way, I was almost murdered by Perry 2 times. Instagram models screamed at me, and Perry ran into like these Instagram biker models, not model. There was one like sexy girl, and then there was like outlaw biker guys like who were wearing masks, and Perry started talking to these guys, and I didn't realize it until I watched it back. But Perry called these men jerk-offs. So, it's going to be very exciting. It's really. Anyway, I'm going to hit the like button. You doing anything? Let's hit the like button. When I count to 3, you hit the like button. I hit the like button. We all hit the like button. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Nobody hit the like button. I never see this. I'm in a refresh. Thank you guys for hitting. Oh, yay! Oh, the one thumbs down. I'm going to jump off a bridge. I crossed a bucket list item yesterday. I guess you'll see it one day. I crossed off a bucket list. Like, seriously. I think it was in the top 10, and I did it. I don't know if I could. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I can say this. I got to referee a wrestling match. It doesn't ruin any storyline. Yeah. So yeah, I got to referee a wrestling match. There was somebody got hurt, so I had to fill in, and I got to tell you guys, it was I think it was like number 9 on my bucket list. Was to referee a wrestling match, and I did it. Fuck it, I did it. So, it was awesome. It was really awesome. I was hanging out with the wrestlers last night, and I was talking to this other guy. It was me, Onslaught, somebody else, and the guy who runs it, his name's Grim. It's GTS Wrestling. It's called Super Silly Pop, I think. They have over 1 million subscribers. He has over 2 million subscribers on all his YouTube platforms, and so he's really, really successful at YouTube, and he does this wrestling thing and all this shit. And he was saying something like along the lines like, "Yo, 6-year-old me would be so happy with 40-year-old me today." Yeah, that's what he said. 6-year-old me would be so happy with me today. And that's what I said. 7-year-old me would be really thrilled with me, especially the last month. I think the last month is when the kid would start getting happy. But it's been an incredible past few weeks, and it's only getting better. By the way, the title of this video is "I'm the Man." Flow Rider tweeted me or Instagrammed me. I posted a clip on my Instagram page on Wednesday, and it was me partying with Flow Rider. Me not partying. I was at the Flow Rider concert, and I still have so much footage of that shit that I haven't gone through. I have half a memory card full of Flow Rider stuff still. I have half of BB Rex's performance filmed beautifully with my camera, and I just don't get to. I just so I keep finding Flow Rider stuff every so often, and I just here's a new Flow Rider clip I found, and I posted it, and then I found out who Flow Rider's like camera guy is, or his like the guy who handles the social media. So I gave him one of those, hey, at you, and he saw it, and then he gave it to Flow Rider, and then he gave me a shout out. That guy gave me a shout out, and then Flow Rider gave me a shout out saying, "John, you're the man. I watch you in that show. It was really cool." And I was like, "Fuck, man, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome." So, it's been real fun. It was cool that Flow Rider did that. You know. Can Perry do watch people fall? I don't know. I can't do watch people fall, Booty. They last time oh no, me and Beer Me, we went Beer Me the night we did the tour. Beer Me was in town, and we watched Let's Watch People Fall, but nobody fell. The time before that, I got yelled at. They said that I'm not allowed to film there no more. And the thing is, it's the kilt. The kilt gives me away. They know who I am. So if I go down there without the kilt, I could probably do it. Dude. Yeah. That's another. I made some pretty good videos this week. The Flow Rider video. I made a video about going to the Flow Rider concert, about how it was before and after and all. And there was a scene where this guy had to go. I think the guy crapped his pants, to be honest with you, because when he got up, it smelled awful. And then he got up to go to his seats, but then there was a performance, and the people were coming the other way down the aisle. So the guy the guy hid behind the guy. It was awful. It's fun. It was so fucking fun. You got to see that video. It's a good video. Oh no, 2 thumbs down now. This is outrageous. 8:30. How much more of that editing I got to do? Let's see. So Perry threw a brick at me. He threw a fucking saw at me. The Instagram. I got one more thing. I listen. We're gonna wrap this up a little bit early tonight. Because I gotta finish this video. I'm sorry. It's just the way my head works. Hey John, how you doing, buddy? I saw that you seagulls were attacking you and stuff. I was sorry I didn't get back to you. Fucking Perry the puppet was trying to murder me. Shit. You know what? Let me do this real quick, guys. I went to this thing last week called Insta Philly, where you go and you get to take pictures of like different screenshots and like different backgrounds, and there's some murals that were painted by real artists, and some of them are just funny backgrounds, like a big unicorn and shit. So we did that last week, and one of the artists, G Mace, she did this really cool mural of Rocky Balboa, and she asked me if I knew anybody who was a Rocky fan. And when she asked that to me, I said, Cheryl, what? She doesn't know any Rocky fans? I don't know how old she is, so she's probably younger. So anyway, she sent me a link. If you guys aren't doing anything, um, I'll share this on my Facebook page too sometime in the future if I remember. Probably not. Oh, okay, I'll share it right now. Share into a feed. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to share something. Share to a feed. Share. I hate when I can't share to my fucking anyway, I can't share it. Why can't I share that? I hate that. I hate Facebook. I fucking hate Facebook. I just want to share it on my Philly Captain page. And it won't. It's like, no, we can't do that. You got to share it in your. So anyway, there's an exhibit. It's on September 3rd, 2021. It's at noon. It's a Friday at noon. I don't know if that's the best time to do something. But it's called the Oh, maybe that's. Oh no, Labor Day weekend possibly. I don't know. Yeah, it is Labor Day weekend. Yo Philly, the Rocky Balboa exhibit. It's a virtual Rocky Balboa art experience where you can browse and buy posters, tees, and canvases. She makes these really great Rocky Balboa pictures, and you get to chat with other Rocky fans. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know what she's doing. I gotta hang out with this chick. We gotta talk. I gotta figure out what this is. It's an online event. I don't know. So anyway, I don't know what this is really. She wants to do an online Rocky event where you look at Rocky pictures. I think that's she's gonna have to explain it to me. But anyway, I guess that was a horrible thing. That's like the worst plug in the history of plugs. August 18th, if you're not doing anything, Crickwater, Bridesburg, Bridge Street, 7 p.m. August 18th, 7 p.m., Crickwater, Bridge Street, Bridesburg, Quizzo, with me. It's going to be really exciting. What else? What else, guys? Anything else? Anything else on the floor? Anything else we need to talk about? So, all right, what did we learn today? Don't get body slammed. It's not fun. When you get body slammed, you go, it's not going to hurt. It hurts. It hurts. It fucking hurts. And not only, you know what the funny thing is? When it happens, you have so much adrenaline going through you, it doesn't hurt that much, because you got adrenaline going through you. But then the adrenaline goes away, and your 45-year-old back goes, hey, dickhead, what'd you just do? Oh, by the way, you're not doing anything for the next 2 or 3 days. Lay in bed, idiot. So that's what's going on. Alexa, what's the Philly score?
The Philadelphia Phillies are leading the Atlanta Braves 3-1 in the top of the 5th inning.
It's weird. Well, I saw something on Twitter, Victor. You're going to like this. The Phillies had 30 games, right? I don't know how many games. It was probably like 75 games left for the rest of the season. 30 of the games they are playing are against the worst teams in every division, like the Orioles and shit. So statistically, the Phillies have the best chance of making the playoffs if they make a move or two. I saw the Flyers are going crazy. I don't know anything about the Flyers, unfortunately. I saw that they traded the Ghost guy. I know. Here's how I see Flyer fans. Like, or not Flyers fans. I apologize. Flyer fans, you gotta be honest. They're like the diehard of the diehard, right? Because the Flyers haven't won anything in my lifetime, and these people, the Flyers tickets were the first tickets to go outrageous. Like Eagles tickets are always crazy, but that's football. Or 16, but never the Flyers are like, oh, by the way, $10,000 a game. You want to come? I never pay for. The only time I go to Flyers games, I usually just go to preseason games. It's because I get free tickets. I don't get. But anyway, the way I see the Flyers is they get like one young player a year, and they're like hot as shit for like a minute, and then they just fizzle out, and then that's it. They're done. Because I know the Ghost guy, he was something for a bit, and then Hart, he was a goalie. I don't know anything about hockey. Hart was the goalie, and I don't know if he's any good or not, but he was good for a second, right? And then I think that's all I know about hockey. I'm sorry. Tim Kerr is my favorite Flyer. I don't think many people can say that. Tim Kerr. I don't even know. I think he was number 12. But I just know when the 1 year I was really into hockey, Tim Kerr was the shit. Well, yeah, I'm going to do another tour in August. I'm not sure. It might be, I was thinking about doing it like this next weekend. I think I'm just going to, I got too much going on this month. I got the Phillies game August 12th and the Crick Water August 18th. So I'll probably do it. Anyway, it's going to be too fucking hot, you know? I don't want to. That's what I said about the trivia night. I said, listen, guys, if it's 160 degrees, nobody's coming to see me. I hope you realize that. Nobody's coming out to see. And they said, oh, it's indoors or outdoors, right? Oh, shit. I wonder how it's going to be. I saw a story today that says mandates and restrictions are coming back soon. So, it's funny. Mrs. Captain called that. She goes, by Halloween, everything will be shut down again. I said, really? You think that? She goes, yeah. I said, how the hell? And it seems like she might be right. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's it. Let me just check these notes one more time. Young Dylan, you're logging on. You're logging on as I'm logging off, young man. I'll give you. How you doing, young Dylan? This is just for me and young Dylan. Just so you know, young. Thank you, Victor, for watching, buddy. I appreciate that. Young Dylan. Let me talk to you about young Dylan. Booty. I think Bootyful might be beating young Dylan by a little bit. Bootyful and young Dylan, John Thomas. I think he's. Creepy Little Book. Pete from Creepy Little Book has been there very first day. Creepy Little Book. Pete from Creepy Little Book. Check him out. Give him a subscribe. He was the first person to subscribe to me. And then young Dylan came on. Young Dylan came on before, like. By the way, I started this channel about 4 years ago. Last week or something like that. I made a video where I recreated the beginning of AMN, and that video is 4 years old today. And I can't believe I have 4-year-old videos. It's outrageous. It's like one of the originals. It's been a pretty quick 4 years, man. It's been really quick. Mrs. Captain was thinking about it. Like I'm in the middle of editing a horror movie, sort of kind. Not real. You know, it's a comedy. It's a funny comedy where a puppet's trying to murder me. But like Mrs. Captain was like, well, that was the first video you made. That was kind of a sketch, remember? And the way we did it was, I didn't know how to edit anything. I didn't know. So Mrs. Captain had my phone in her bra. And she had the speaker playing the theme song to the TV show AMN. Then she had her phone, and she filmed it on her phone while we did it. and we did it in one take. And then, so we posted it with the shitty, with the, the bra speakerphone. And then my buddy John Henderson, who I did the podcast with, the Half-Ass Podcast Reboot, the one I did the show with him, he actually took the file, re-edited it, and uploaded it for me. And so that was like my first sketch, my first little bit. It's 4 years old. And now I'm making, I think the next video I make has 3 layers of sound. There's a sound and a music and a puppet and a this. So I've learned a lot in the past 4 years. In the last 4 years, I learned how to edit. I've learned how to use different equipment. I've been body slammed. I probably rode a bike over 1,000 miles. I got hit by a car twice. I drank champagne with Flo Rida. I hosted an MBT show. I mean, the last 4 years have been, quite honestly, the best 4 years of my life. And I gotta say, if it wasn't for Mrs. Captain, I don't think I'd be doing this. So, Mrs. Captain, think about this. Mrs. Captain, like, could you imagine being Mrs. Captain? So, like, I walk around with a puppet and shit. I don't know. She just. There was one day we went to the Kensington Connect Derby, and there was I didn't know how to edit really. I knew how to edit a little bit on YouTube, but I couldn't combine clips. So every video would be a 12-minute take that I would chop down on YouTube. But really, it's tough to edit. Editing on YouTube's a pain in the ass because you can only do one edit at a time. You can edit it and then. And again, I didn't know what I was doing. So you just learn. You just learn from a lot of mistakes. You just make. You know what? I've made more mistakes in the last 4 years than I ever have, and I used to get mad at mistakes. I still do get mad at mistakes. I mean, I'm not fucking Gandhi. But I do sometimes after I fuck up something. I sit back and I think about it and I go, okay, well look, next time that happens, it won't happen. I'm trying to work on my anger and shit. So if something happens, like if I spend, like one time, like I accidentally delete shit sometimes. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't bring it back. There's nothing. And the best thing is, nobody knows they're missing it. Nobody even knew it existed. So what the hell am I worried about? The only person that knows it exists, it's me. And don't worry about it. You'll make something else. Don't worry about it, buddy. You'll be okay. I don't know. I checked my comment history. Okay. My comment history is pretty much only you. Oh, I love you, Mrs. Captain. Well, I'm pretty sure, young Dylan. I think I always assumed this was like an incognito account that only. I also, I don't know how many YouTubers give out hearts, but I give out hearts. I don't know. Somebody hearted one of my comments. I don't comment on many YouTube videos, but somebody hearted one of my comments, and I got an email. It said, "Oh, your YouTuber gave you a heart," and I'm like, "Oh, really?" And then I'm like, "Oh shit, are people getting emails every time I heart them?" But I do. You come back. Are you seeing the link? What link? Yeah, 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 that's what I was thinking, Booty. You've been here. The podcast. Yeah, the podcast was before the YouTube. Oh shit, I forgot that. Yeah, I did the podcast first. And then I was making videos for the podcast, and I would put them on Facebook. And then our podcast was like a nation thing because we had a guy in St. Louis. So I would do Philly things for my YouTube channel. I completely forgot that's how that started. Shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know why the link's getting blocked, Dylan. I usually get the okay. Yeah, I know. I remember that's your first video. It's like a 40-second video where I'm on the train. I'm leaving for Boyd's, and the train was decorative. And you're like, oh, who's this wholesome fella? And then young Dylan said, hey, if you could you make it to Suburban Station and look for the whatever train? And I said, no problem, buddy. I can do that because I didn't even know it existed. Somebody said, hey, could you go here? I'm like, go here? That's a thing? Okay, I'll go here. So I started, yeah, I did your request. Do it. I remember my OGs. Ben Riley. There was Brucifer. Brucifer was before Dylan. Brucifer was a guy who would just like email me some stuff and like, oh, there's this and this, and I really didn't know much about the history of the city. And Brucifer would tell me some stuff. I'm like, oh, all right. And then I made a few videos with Brucifer. Me and Mrs. Captain drove all the way out to Tullytown to hang out with Brucifer. And then I had to block him. He was a goofball. He became a little too crazy. Uh-oh, you're doing homework. Oh, that means you're too much Philly. Too much Philly. No way. Um Yeah, I can have Perry do stuff. It's funny. Perry is part of GTS Wrestling. He does commentary once in a while. And I was talking to Onslaught before Perry was commentating. And, and Onslaught's like, I think you really do hate doing that, puppet. I said, dude, I can't stand it. And somebody said, I think I'm going to be booty. Someone said, it's funny because I don't like doing it. And then, oh, college life, yeah. Well, listen, you can't miss a live show. But listen, you're getting that college degree. You do well. I mean, fucking right. You're working hard on a Friday night, getting that degree. Good for you. That is so respectable. Unless it's summer school and you're an idiot and you're just catching up. That's bad. But you know what? I think you're not in summer school. I think you're pretty okay. All right, I got this. I guess that's everybody hit the like button. That's fun, right? Everybody hit the like button. No? Has this been an hour? Okay, it's been we'll go 88 minutes. I'll talk about that real quick. That's how we'll end this show. Me and Mrs. Captain were laying in bed the other day. We do that once in a while. We live together. So we were laying in bed and we got HBO Max back. Uh-oh. So we got HBO Max. And I saw they had Revenge of the Nerds 2 on demand. And I was like, shit, I haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds 2 since I was a little kid, you know? I haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds 2 since I had HBO and I lived in Port Richmond. I haven't even thought about Revenge of the Nerds 2. When I was Revenge of the Nerds 2 came out in 1987. In 1985, Revenge of the Nerds 84, Revenge of the Nerds came out, and that was my favorite movie as a kid. Watching that movie, I don't know how I was able to watch that fucking movie as a kid, but I was. There was definitely vagina shots in it, and I didn't know what I was looking at, but it was part of the movie, Revenge of the Nerds 1. So I watched Revenge of the Nerds 1. It was my favorite movie. Revenge of the Nerds 2, I loved it even more. It was even better. There was no vagina in it, but it was boobies and stuff. So boobies are good, right? Everyone likes boobies. So we watched Revenge of the Nerds 2. And after watching it, I said to Cheryl, Mrs. Captain, I said, I don't know how I liked Revenge of the Nerds. Like, I don't understand. There's no way I got any of those jokes. There's no, and I do know I like the song. I like the song. And I never, the name of the hotel is Hot Coral Essex, Hotel Coral Essex. And they changed the lights and it says hot oral sex. And I knew it said sex. I didn't know oral sex was a thing as a kid. So I was 10. So God, I was a little saint. So I just knew the sex was funny. The part where Booger burps and farts. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I don't think I even talk about it because I hate it so much. I hate fart humor. There's nothing more disgusting and vile than fart humor. I hate it. I hate it. Me and Mrs. Captain have a thing. We don't fart in front of one another. We don't do that. We can't do that. We're not allowed. Occasionally I screw up, and whenever I do, I apologize. I look her right in the soul. So I'm sorry you had to see that. And she goes, honey, that's not you, that's me. I mean, that's not me, that's you. That's a you thing. You have that. I respect your wishes. I'm not going to fart in front of you. But yeah, even with Howard Stern and all that, I can't watch that stuff. It drives me. So man, Booger does this thing with farting and burping, and I can't watch. When I was a kid, I loved all that shit. No time for Booger in my adult life. He was my favorite as a kid. I've grown up. You know who I like now? You know who I like? The fiddle. The guy who played the fiddle. Very underappreciated. What do you think of that? I don't know who his name was. He was the guy with the fiddle. And then, this is how I call Revenge of the Nerds. There was the one nerd, and then there was the other nerd who kind of raped a girl in the moon bounce. No offense. If you watch Revenge of the Nerds 1, at the end of the movie, there's one of the nerds wears a Darth Vader outfit, and one of the hot chicks is on this moon bounce. And the girl who's on the moon bounce thinks Darth Vader is her boyfriend, but it's not. It's one of the nerds. And then guess what they do? They have sex. Uh-oh. And then when it's over, the nerd takes the helmet off, and the woman's like, what? But you were so good at it. I can't believe it. And he goes, well, when Jocks thinks about sports and everything, all us nerds think about is sex. And so she was okay with that. She didn't press charges. She didn't call the cops. Technically it's a rape, right? If it could have gone completely different. If he wasn't good at it, it could have gone completely different. So, yeah. Revenge of the Nerds. Nobody's talking about that. No, there's a documentary on Uncle Eddie. I'll have to check it out. Where's that at? Where's the Uncle Eddie documentary? I'm going to watch that. Yeah, I'll find out. Okay. Well, all right. I got to edit this video with this goddamn puppet trying. Oh. I was talking to Onslaught today, and we were texting. And I said, I found out something about myself today. I said, I think if I would have gone to wrestling school, I would have made it to the second day. And the reason why I said that was Whenever I watched wrestling schools, like at the WCW, what's it called? The Fear Factory, Fight Factory, and the WCW Power Factory, Power Plant, the Power Plant. WCW had this thing called the Power Plant, and whenever I watched it, they always talk about how everybody quits in the first hour, and I always would assume that I would have quit in the first hour, and I don't know if I would have made it, like physically. I don't know if I would have been able to do the somersaults and all that shit. I do know I don't think I would have quit because of the pain. And that's I was really astonished that I wouldn't. I think I would have done it. I can't do it now. I'm 40 fucking 5. I can't do it now. I can learn a few things, but I can't. And what am I gonna? I'm not a wrestler. I'm a manager. But if you're walking down the street and somebody says, "Hey, can I body slam you?" Don't say yes. And they say, "Hey, can we do it 3 times?" Really, don't say yes. Uh-oh. But another thing, after that happened, I started questioning how I would behave on D-Day. Because that's like my number one fear. Oh, shit, I didn't even talk about this. Hold on. Why are these billionaires fucking flying themselves to outer space every day? What are these assholes doing? Don't they have anything better to do with themselves besides strapping themselves to a fucking rocket and flying to outer space? Are you fucking kidding me? Is that what's going on? I don't watch the news. I don't know if I told you that. I don't watch the news. I really don't watch the news. I found out that Jeff Bezos went to fucking outer space the other day. What? The other guy, the hot air balloon asshole, he just went to outer space. These billionaires, there are fucking people starving. Starving. You have all the money in the world. You're shooting yourself into outer space. There are people starving. Starving. And I know it's not your job to help everybody in the world. Starving, and you're going to be a fucking space cadet? Get the fuck out of here, you fucking lunatics. And I don't know if you guys, I don't know how many spaceships have gone up to outer space, but the ratio of spaceships that blow up and fucking airplanes that blow up, it's like, I don't know what the ratio is, but I guarantee you more spaceships blow up than airplanes. So these fucking people are lunatics. They're just fuck. And just so you know, my number one fear in life is getting strapped into a rocket. Me and Mrs. Captain had this talk. I said to Mrs. Captain, I said, look, if the end of the world's coming and there's an asteroid coming to Earth and the only way we can survive is if we go on a spaceship, I don't think I can do it because it's my number one fear is getting on a spaceship. And she said, so let me get this straight. You would rather die on Earth than get strapped to a rocket. And I thinking about it, I probably would get on the rocket if it's the last. By the way, there's no way I'm on the rocket list. Who the fuck are you to get on the rocket list? You gotta be somebody who probably got on that, who's on that fucking rocket list? Everybody who went to Jeffrey Epstein's island. All those motherfuckers are going to outer space while good people like you and me, we're all fucking dying. So anyway, I can't believe that they're doing. And I think there's another billionaire asshole who's going to strap himself to a fucking rocket and fly to fucking outer space. Are you kidding me? Seriously, guys. We got. I'm trying to think of who the other jerk off is. Oh, no. Tesla guy ain't doing that, right? I don't think Tesla guy's doing that. I don't know why Elon Musk doesn't bother me as much as Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, he's just a douche, right? He's just one of those douches. You know the jobs they have for when you work as a picker at Amazon? They have that job designated to be like a 4-month job. The average employee, that job is meant to be kept for a 4-month turnaround. I worked in retail my entire life. My entire life. If your turnover is 100% every 4 months, which it probably is, it's probably like 60%. I don't know. I do know that that Walmart doesn't pay, but I don't know if they don't overwork it because God forbid you see a cashier. Walmart doesn't pay, and Amazon pays, but you got to pee in a bottle. Can't win in this country. And I saw a meme. It said Jeff Bezos' rocket looked like Dr. Evil's rocket. Looked like a cock. And it's good. He kind of looks like a penis, like an uncircumcised penis. So. That's just how I feel about Jeff Bezos. I don't know. Maybe you like Jeff Bezos. No, Musk didn't do it 2 weeks ago. Richard Branson. Plans for 7,000 celebration. 7,000 subscriber celebration. No. No. Not maybe not till 10,000, booty. Not till 10,000. It was Branson. No one likes Jeff Bezos. Yeah. No, I don't like. I mean, I don't even really know him. This Alexa doesn't work too good, so he's a douche. That's how I feel. All right, listen. Do me a favor. Pinky promise me. Hit subscribe. Hit subscribe right now. I'm not going to stop until you hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Now, listen to me. Hit the notification. Hit the bell. Just wait for the next video. Listen to me. Wait for the next video. After the next video, turn off the bell. I don't care. You just need to watch the next video. Within the next hour and a half, you guys will see how Perry the Puppet tried to kill me. I really hope you enjoy it because I really want to see how it ends. I don't even know how. Isn't it funny? When I went out today, I said to Mrs. Captain, I'm going to make a video, choose your own adventure with Perry the Puppet. And the whole goal with Perry the Puppet was going to run away from me, and I was going to find him. And somehow, halfway through the video, I said, this isn't going to be a choose your own adventure video, and Perry's going to murder me. And then I found an axe and a brick, and Perry threw a brick at my head. This is true. No, he didn't throw a brick at me. Somebody threw a brick, and we at this air conditioner thing at Graffiti Pier, and there was a beehive in it. And I had to stand there. After I threw the brick, I'm such an actor. I had to stay in front of that air conditioner to get that shot. So there's one shot where I'm getting ready to get surrounded by bees because I'm such a thespian. That's not a guy who likes chicks. That's an actor. Ooh, did I tell you not to get body slammed? Don't get body slammed. Well, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll say it with you later. Toodles!